Howdy do. So I wanted not only to talk about specific streamers, but also talk about the communities behind these streamers, because sometimes that can make or break a Twitch experience for someone new especially. Like if you're following your favorite creator over from YouTube to Twitch and they see the Twitch chat and maybe they don't like what's going on in the chat, or maybe they feel like the chat's so big, they'll just disappear as another name endlessly scrolling. That might be something that makes people hesitant to follow their favorite creators over. So one of the goals I'm making this video for is not only to shout out these streamers and their awesome communities, but also maybe to hopefully ease the fear if you're someone that's kind of on that fence of like, hey, I kind of want to go over to Twitch, see what they're doing on Twitch and stuff like that, but I'm kind of afraid of the experience because it's foreign to me. I don't really know what's going on there. It's like a blur. I know there's purple, I guess, and it's named after the league champion that's like the rat or whatever. Let me just clear up a couple things really quick before I get into the shouting out and the communities themselves. First and foremost, on Twitch, you might have heard of that to subscribe costs money, and over here on YouTube, subscribing is the equivalent of like the follow button or something like that. And even then you want to hit the bell notification because YouTube somehow broke subscribing to people for whatever reason. But on Twitch, there is actually just a straight up follow button. So even if you don't want to subscribe to your favorite creator because you don't have the money to or whatever, or you don't think you'll be able to do it monthly, or even the process just seems confusing and you haven't figured it out yet, you can just actually just follow them flat out for free. Following is free on Twitch, subscribing is the one that costs money, but you don't have to do that to enjoy your favorite streamers if you make that jump over to, following them over on Twitch and stuff like that. So just to clear up again, subscribing over here is basically the follow button, and YouTube's added the join button, which is like the equivalent of subscribing for a money kind of cost. Over on Twitch, there is a subscription button if you want to follow and support a creator that way, but you can just follow them for free and then just enjoy their content as well. You can even, participate in chat. Chat is not gated by like the sub button and stuff like that either. The emotes are, but not actually participating in the chat with the community and watching your favorite streamers. So in case that was one of the confusions, there you go. Also, just really quick, I made the joke about the Twitch being named after the league champ. It's not. Twitch is not like a Riot-owned like streaming platform that somehow everybody uses. That was a bad joke, and you can just ignore that one. But furthermore, Twitch chat can sometimes make or break the experience for some people as well. So one of the reasons I'm going to bring up these people is because one of the fears, again, like I kind of mentioned, is you just be lost. You're another name in the crowd, or you can never really actually interact with the streamer and stuff like that. Or the chat might be just really rowdy and stuff, and kind of just you don't want to be a part of it. It's like it's just too much, either because it's actually toxic or something, or just because maybe you're not that energetic, and that's fine. But that being said, the flip side of the coin, basically, as an example of the opposite of what I'm saying, is look at the Riot League of Legends streams and stuff, and how often you'll see people say they don't like the Twitch chat. They don't like looking at it, they don't like partaking in it. They just want to watch Worlds or MSI or the LCS when it's on the weekends. And as such, fortunately, like I have the Roku stick, so I don't have to bother with chat. It's just the stream on the stick on the TV. But case in point, that means when a Twitch chat is very solid, it makes the value that much even more higher. And that's not to say that these people would be nothing without their communities, right? They've conducted themselves in a way to attract people to them, to then build and foster a community that's inviting and stuff like that too, right? I'm not saying that, what's that thing right now where it's like parents of kids who have favorite YouTubers will drive them to their YouTuber's house and be like, we made you, we're entitled to pictures and stuff, and I'm just like, pump the brakes there, chief. Unless their content was open house parties or something like that, no, that's not how that works. You would not drive to a musician's house and do that same stuff. You would not drive to a Hollywood star's house and try that stuff, even though technically we made them too by the logic you're using, right? Like, what made them was the content they were making, and then yes, you guys supporting them, yes, but not to that extent, right? Like, hold on, pause, time out, please don't do that, please. So, long-winded intro, let's actually get into talking about some of these streamers and stuff like that. The first one I'm going to start with is actually Zentreya once again. We did mention them about 2 months ago, and this whole idea that a lot of bigger streamers and stuff have been like rating smaller streamers and like supporting them and stuff like that, and it's really cool. And speaking of, since then, I've seen Zentreya even on Twitter. They'll like ask about who are like people that are streaming and stuff like that, smaller streamers and stuff like that, and they'll like just straight up go to the people that are replying to them with links to those streamers and just donate to them and stuff like that. That's cool to me, but also what's equally cool is they have a community that will find these people to link them to her, as well as, again, they've just kept raiding people. They'll just raid a random person, a small person, and just send their community to them, and that community will build them up. And also why I'm also talking about them is because I got gifted a sub by someone named Yandere Justin. And unfortunately, they gifted me a sub right as I got up to go get like a snack, which is kind of how all of my gifted subs work. Most of the subs I have on Twitch are gifted subs, and it's by this method of me watching a streamer, maybe about to partake in chat and stuff, but then I get hungry, so I go up to go get something, and I got gifted a sub, and when I come back, they're gone. So unfortunately, Yandere Justin, if this video finds you, I've been trying to come back to the stream and just at them and say thank you, but every time I try and at them, like, their name doesn't show up or nothing like that. So I haven't been able to actually properly thank them, and I wish I could. So if you hear this video, thank you for gifting me that sub. It's awesome. I'm gonna cry? Sure. I'm gonna try and keep finding you so I can say thank you also as well. But let me also use that to clear that up. Gifting subs. Basically, people can gift you a subscription to someone else's stream. It doesn't cost you money. They took money out of their pocket to gift other people subscriptions for a month. And so, like, for example, I now have a subscription to Zentreya's chat for the next month, because someone else out of their own pocket did that, and that's why I want to say thank you, because that's awesome. But that's also what gifting subs mean, and why subscriptions kind of work a bit differently on Twitch. Case in point, let's switch over to, say, ScarizardPlays. Now, ScarizardPlays, I mentioned him a couple times when I was speedrunning Sonic Adventure, not speedrunning yet, I haven't done that yet, that's kind of a spoiler, maybe I might be doing that. But anyways, when I was doing my playthrough of Sonic Adventure 2 that we just did on this channel, I mentioned him a couple times when we talked about how people speedrun the game, because that's one of the oldest people that I've been subscribed to actually now. And not that they're old, but I mean, like, that's one of the first people I subscribed to with this thing called Twitch Prime. Now, if you have an Amazon account and it's linked to your Twitch account, you can actually subscribe to one streamer for free. You have to monthly renew it, but you can do that. So there is that, and I want to mention that real quick, because if you have an Amazon account and you kind of want to make that jump to, you know, Twitch and stuff as well, and you want to actually subscribe to your favorite, you know, streamer, but you don't have the means to, you get one free subscription if you have an Amazon account and it's linked to your Twitch Prime account. And I'm not trying to make fun of people, but like a lot of people, what I might do is I might ask their parent, hey, do you have an Amazon account and you don't actually like use Twitch? Can I link it to my Twitch, and then I can get the Twitch Prime that way? And so there you go. But furthermore, what I also want to mention them is they're one of the first communities I ever came across that really kind of pushed forward for a whole making an environment where people could be welcome from like all different walks of life. No matter how you identify as, no matter what you were, what you did, as long as it wasn't, of course, like super bad. Like you're like literally a criminal on the run, you broke out of like Alcatraz, and for some reason you found his stream, you're like, yo, what up? I need protection. That's not going to happen. I'm just going to let you know, right? Let me spoil that right there. But like just in general, like there's so many parts of the internet, depending on how you are, who you are, what you identify as, that will bully the heck out of you. That will like not only just discriminate you, but like flame you to like no end. And he decided to create an environment where that's like not allowed. That gets shut down, right? Like case in point, a common term people use in League of Legends to describe something bad in a game would be to call something cancerous. I personally hate that. I have too many family members who have gone through cancer. I will never use that word to describe a game character in League. And I get the logic they're saying. They're basically saying, like, if they're calling a champion cancer, it needs to be removed from League. Well, then just use your words and say they need to be removed from League. But that's a whole video for another time. That word, for example, not allowed in their chat. A couple other words, just not allowed in their chat. So that way people from all these different places that maybe a word is discriminatory against them, they can come to this chat and just be invited, be welcomed by other people. And it's just a great kind of a time. It was like my first experience with the Twitch chat that was like crafted in a way to be like, hey, instead of just letting Twitch chat run wild and just do whatever the heck they want, they instead decided to do something about, hey, no, I want this to happen. This will not be allowed. And now the people that are there are kind of all on board for that. And so it just makes it pretty nice that no matter what you, like, again, what you are, where you come from, or what you do, you can come into this chat and you'll probably be just fine, right? You'll be welcome. ScarizardPlays, also known as just Scarizard, they make it a point to try and remember everyone's name too, if that's a thing, a fear of yours of being lost in the crowd. They try to remember everyone's name. I've kind of messed up a little bit by changing my name to Gamrison from GG Get Jinxed, but just in case, a general side note, you can still call me Jinx. It's more of like a branding thing that I'll get into in another video. But yeah, there's two right there, and their communities and how welcome these communities are, that now you can go in there, and if you have something, you've had a bad day because of something like that, or like, I won't get into people's like personal information that they may have talked about in that chat, but like if you've had something happen to you, you can probably come there and these communities will support you, they'll build you up, and hopefully turn your whole day around. And that's just fantastic with so many parts of the internet that just overlook things that might be, you know, hurt people by accident. Not to say that they're purposely being foul all the time, but sometimes it might be like, hey, well, this is a place where you can come to and the community will build you back up. They'll help you hopefully get back on your feet and have a great time. And Scarizard was the one that led the way, and also like the first person I knew that did that, so that's pretty fantastic. Another person I want to talk about actually is KimplE. KimplE, also known as KimplEClonE, currently on Twitch. they're one of also the earliest streamers in terms of VR chat, but also just period, that also kind of did the same thing in terms of like making a chill chat, as I call it. Now that the other people that I mentioned chats can't be chill, but they're probably one of the first people I came across where like everybody was just down to be chill, be nice to one another, be positive to one another, and now that the environment is fostered and stuff like that, that still kind of continues to this very day. Same kind of a thing too, I got gifted a sub at like 2 a.m. on one of the streams, and I think it was a moment I was working on something for college, so once again, I was away to get something to drink, and I got gifted a sub, and it was great, because thank you anybody whoever actually thinks about taking money out of their pocket to give people subs, that's great. But the community around them, and the Discord they've now made people have like made friendships and stuff like that. There's been the Hangouts right now, in which case, you can just sign up for those, and you can meet other people inside the kitten community of KimplE, because KimplE, their character in VR chat, and kind of in general, which is pretty cool, they've made their own kind of thing. It's like a kitty cat robot, and so like the community is called the Kittens, and so that's also pretty awesome. And now people have like made friendships and stuff within there that maybe they didn't feel like they could go anywhere else, because they found this environment that was chill, that was great, that they could just come to enjoy and support. And then KimplE on the flip side has also been pretty appreciative too. They've mentioned that they enjoy the fact that they have this support so they can do this, to do what they do, and in turn they make the content that we enjoy consuming. And so it's again what I mean by the two-way street. This video is going to be pretty long. I'm looking at the time right now. I do apologize if you're here looking for someone specific that I mentioned. We're going to try and get to as many people as I can without making this video like an hour, but I guess I'm a little bit sorry that I'm kind of rambling my words and not making this so orderly and compact. I should have wrote a script. That's what I should have did. But speaking of KimplE, we have mentioned them too on the stream before, right? Like, them as a streamer, when they started streaming and stuff like that. Well, I don't know when they first started streaming. I just know I started following them back in January of 2008. They have definitely become their own personality too, so they're definitely entertaining as a person as well. But the community they've made as well, there's a lot of things like they don't tolerate as well. I keep saying as well so many times. Holy moly, scripts. I need to write one next time. Anyways, there are things that aren't tolerated too, kind of like the other people we've mentioned so far as well. And there's a common theme basically that if you put your foot down, if you lead the charge that you want to see, the communities will kind of actually follow. And now it's between the moderators and the general Twitch chat, and the amount of people that give subs in there as well too, it's great. And so all of these are so far different examples of communities that do this. And there's many more too. We're going to mention a couple more in this video, but these aren't like the only people on Twitch doing this, and so you might be surprised if you branch out. Like another one I'm going to mention, of course, is Nagzz21. Especially right now when they've decided to launch the second YouTube, kind of like, I don't want to say like abandon the first YouTube, because they've been streaming, and they've mentioned before on the channel that they're streaming, but they're kind of in a position that kind of feels like my position with the League channel, where it's like they do anything else but VR chat on that main channel, and the comment section is just things like, where's Matt6, or where's the VR chat videos, and where's all this other stuff that they kind of are burnt out a little bit of doing. So they've made this second channel, which has like their Twitch highlights with editing and stuff like that, because they just really enjoy streaming. So there is a community though that has formed on Twitch around them, and that they've formed and fostered behind the things that they've done that just supports just that. And so that's pretty cool. I also brought that analogy a little bit, because with me in League it's kind of that way. GG Get Jinx was always actually supposed to be a variety channel, but it became a League channel, and I can't do nothing else over there without it causing problems. So that's why this channel even exists, so I can do videos like this and talk about how great other people are. And you want to talk about gifting subs and stuff like that, there's sub bombs like almost every week over in that channel. They want that man to be successful. And so again, I think I'm on like a 9-month sub streak over there, specifically just from sub bombs. I'm not actually like, it's crazy how like loving and gifting all of these communities have been so far. And theirs is another example of that. So if you enjoy Nagzz, you actually should be following, and also Zentreya, ScarizardPlays, KimplEClonE, and so many more people I could name. You should be following them, because they also have been making these communities that you probably fit right in if you feel like you're not fitting in anywhere else right now, or if you feel like the YouTube comment section is like a bit too hostile sometimes, right? Like maybe you're a follower of Nagzz over in the VR chat side, or his VR chat channel, that or whatever the case is, or what I'm trying to say right now, and you feel like the comment section is a little bit hostile towards him with that kind of stuff, but you're actually just like him, the creator, and you want to follow where he's gone. A, there's that second channel, but B, there's the Twitch streams. Same with ScarizardPlays, as a matter of fact. He has a YouTube channel, Scarizard. Zentreya, I believe, also has a YouTube channel over here, and KimplE has a YouTube channel, as a matter of fact. But all of these are streamers, so you should go follow all of their streams, and I'll put links in the description down below. And there's like so many more people that I could name that kind of have like the same comparison, right? Like you got Tyriss, or Tyriss. I actually forgot how to properly say her name, only because I thought I had her name figured out for a while, and then someone kept switching it on me, and so now I'm gonna apologize for that. I'm sorry. Oathmeal, right? Like you have Wyrena. Like, there's so many people that I could name. Thousand Eyes. Like, dang, I want to list like 12, 20, 40 different people right now. But instead, what I'm going to probably do, make sure to go to the description. I'm going to try and put as many links that will fit down there as possible. There's actually a character limit on the description. I didn't know that. There's like it's like 5,000 though, so I should be able to list like just a bunch of creators and stuff down in the description down below. Please go check that out. This video was a rambling mess, but I do want to conclude with something real quick while we're actually going over 16 minutes. I'm so sorry. I want to give a shout out to my own streaming community, right? Like, even though I don't necessarily pull in a huge amount of numbers, and I don't deserve to, but I bring that up to say, those few people that do come in, that are like, oh hey, there's only a few of us here. Like, that's awesome. That doesn't mean any less just because there's only a few of you there. Like, I hope that's not a thing where people will come in and be like, oh, there's only 3 of us here, I hope that's okay. That's brilliant that you're here, right? Like, that number could be 0. But it's 1, or it's 2, or it's 4, and that's fantastic, right? Like Laserblade, for example. That's an example of someone from my League YouTube days that followed me over to this channel and has followed me over to Twitch. That's why I gave them VIP. I don't mind if it's just them in there and if they don't always have the most things to say to keep the chat moving. The fact that you're there, that's brilliant for me. I enjoy that. Shoutouts to Bailey, AyyyBailey. There's a lot of Y's in there, so I had to drag that out. Right now, my subscriber, the 1 subscriber I have, it's just as important as if I had 1,000 subscribers, right? Like, the fact that they decided, hey, I want to support this person, right? Like, we go back, like, what, 3-4 years? Sure, but, like, that's great. I don't care that I don't pull in the numbers as maybe the people I've mentioned in this video even, and that's not nothing against them. That would be really a weird plot twist. No, they're great, but I'm just saying, like, I'm not sitting here looking at them like, man, I wish I was them. I wish I could do some of the things they've done, like charity-wise and just giving to other creators and stuff like that. Yes, I do. But I'm not sitting here like, man, I only have 2 people in here. That sucks. No, that's great because you could be watching anyone else. You don't have to be at my channel, and you are, and thank you. It doesn't matter what that number has been or has not been in the past. That is just as, like, much meaning to me as it could be if I was, like, a bajillion, like, or whatever, right? Like, thank you. Don't ever actually think that your viewership, because you can't sub, or if you were previously subscribed but you can't subscribe anymore, money's become an issue, don't ever think that's a problem. Most of the people that I've named, well, actually all the people that I named on this list, why do I say most? Because I'm on the list. I don't know. I'm getting confused. Sorry. All of the people that I named on this list, they're in the same boat. I feel like I can speak for them on this one issue at least. They don't mind that. They don't mind. They just appreciate that you're there, right? No matter what size these people get, I hope all these people blow up and live their dreams, honestly. But, like, they're all just happy that you're there. You don't have to be above and beyond. You don't have to be like the one dropping 100 gift subs and stuff like that. Just be there, and also just be a positive person. Don't be like a garbage human. But, you know, there is that. But, like, that's all actually when it comes to streaming we want more of. If you're streaming with 0 followers, you know, keep your head up. You do gotta grind. It's not gonna be like the easiest thing in the world, maybe to attract people all the time and stuff like that. When I was shooting for affiliate, for example, one of the things that I realized was you might want to start by trying to play not super niche games, but not super saturated games. If that makes sense too. Like, I played a lot of Slay the Spire, Sonic Adventure 2, and the old Star Wars Battlefront 2. And that's how I kind of attracted some of my viewers. So shoutouts to all of you guys as well that followed because of those streams. Shoutouts to all the people that I've mentioned already in this video because I watch those people, and I think I'm subbed to all of them because of gifted subs or Prime or something like that. So there's that too. But also, just I want to throw that out there to my peoples that have watched my videos, the ones that are watching at this point in the video, right? Like, thank you. Thank you both for watching this video. That's great. But also, when you're on my stream, I don't care what the number is. I'm happy that you're there. Most of the people here are also happy that you're there. So, with this rambling mess, let's wrap it up by saying thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell notification, the actual subscribe button. I'm on autopilot right now, sorry about that. But I don't know which video will be next. We're just gonna have to wait and see. So until next time, take care, and enjoy pizza responsibly. Thank you for watching.